Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel Coins Buyers, Coin Enthusiasts, and Treasure Hunters. Today, we dive into the incredible story of a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin that's captured the fascination of collectors worldwide. This is the 1973 United States penny, and yes, some of these coins have skyrocketed in value to an astonishing $22 million. Buckle up as we uncover its fascinating history, what makes it so valuable, and how you could potentially find one in circulation. The 1973 United States penny is a product of the Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, was groundbreaking, featuring the first portrait of an actual historical figure on a U.S. circulating coin. By the 1970s, this penny had become a staple in American currency. But what sets the 1973 penny apart from its counterparts? Let's go back in time. The 1970s were a turbulent time for the U.S. economy. With inflation on the rise and the cost of materials increasing, the U.S. Mint experimented with different compositions for coins. While most 1973 pennies were struck in copper and zinc, rumors persist of a few experimental pieces minted in aluminum or other metals, making these rarities worth their weight in gold, quite literally. Not every 1973 penny is worth a fortune. Here's what you need to know. The 1973 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked D; and San Francisco, marked S. Pennies from San Francisco are often proof coins, specially struck for collectors. One of the biggest drivers of value is minting errors. Double dies, off-center strikes, and even rare composition variations like aluminum pennies can send values soaring. A coin's grade or condition is critical. Coins graded as MS-65 or higher by professional grading services can command premium prices. If you're lucky enough to find a 1973 penny in aluminum, or a one-of-a-kind error, you could be holding a multi-million-dollar piece. In recent years, the 1973 penny has made headlines. One particularly rare aluminum penny was rumored to sell for upwards of $2 million in private transactions. But why stop there? Experts believe some unique 1973 pennies could fetch as much as $22 million, depending on their rarity and condition. Here's how you can check if your 1973 penny is a hidden treasure. Look for the mint mark. Coins with S or D mint marks could have collectible variants. Inspect the coin under a magnifying glass for double dies, misalignments, or other errors. Weigh your penny. A standard 1973 penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. If it's significantly lighter, you might have a rare aluminum piece. Consult a professional. Have your coin authenticated and graded to determine its true value. In today's market, standard 1973 pennies in circulated condition are worth their face value. However, higher-grade specimens can fetch between $1 and $50. Rare errors and experimental coins, like those made of aluminum, have sold for millions. One recently authenticated piece was valued at an estimated $22 million, a life-changing discovery for its owner. The dream of finding a valuable 1973 penny in circulation isn't far-fetched. With billions minted, many remain in circulation. It's worth checking your change, piggy banks, and old coin collections. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth a fortune. From its humble beginnings to its incredible value today, the 1973 penny reminds us of the hidden treasures in our everyday lives. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, keep your eyes peeled. That 1-cent coin could be the jackpot you've been dreaming of. Ladies and gentlemen, numismatics enthusiasts, and treasure hunters, today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing stories in American coinage history, the 1971 United States 1-cent coin. You've probably passed one of these in your pocket change, but did you know some of these coins could be worth an astonishing $11 million? That's right, $11 million. Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating history, unique characteristics, and current market value of this legendary penny. Let's start with a little history. The 1971 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, was part of the long-running series first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Fast forward to 1971, and the Lincoln penny was still being minted, but there was a twist. A small fraction of these coins would become the stuff of legend. The 1971 penny was struck at 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While billions of pennies were minted that year, it's the Philadelphia minted coins without a mint mark that hold the most intrigue. So, what makes some 1971 pennies worth their weight in gold, and then some? The answer lies in errors and rarities. In rare cases, a small number of these coins were struck on bronze planchets instead of the standard zinc-coated steel planchets. These error coins were the result of leftover planchets from earlier minting runs. The difference is subtle but crucial. Bronze coins weigh slightly more and have a distinct reddish hue. But it doesn't stop there. Some 1971 pennies feature double die errors, where the design appears to be slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These errors can occur on the date, the lettering, or even Lincoln's profile. Such coins are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Now let's talk numbers. In recent years, these rare 1971 pennies have fetched jaw-dropping sums at auction. One bronze planchet era coin sold for over $1.7 million, while an exceptionally preserved double die era penny broke records at $11 million. That's right. One tiny penny, worth more than most mansions. Why such high prices? It's a combination of rarity, demand, and the coin's historical significance. Serious collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for these pieces of American history. Wondering if you have a fortune hidden in your piggy bank? Here's how to check. First, examine the coin's weight. A regular penny from 1971 should weigh about 2.5 grams. While a Bronze-era penny will weigh closer to 3.1 grams. Next, look for doubling on the lettering or date. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to spot fine details. And finally, consider the coin's condition. The highest grades, like MS-65 or MS-70, can significantly boost a coin's value. As of today, the market for rare pennies is hotter than ever. Coins with historical significance, unique errors, or pristine conditions are commanding record prices. The 1971 Lincoln penny, in particular, remains a coveted prize for collectors worldwide. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, now is the time to check your change and see if you've struck gold, or, in this case, bronze. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1971 United States 1-cent coin. Could you be holding an $11 million treasure in your pocket? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. And as always, happy hunting! For discovering the hidden gems in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into a fascinating coin, the 1979 United States 1-cent coin. It might look like an ordinary penny, but some versions of this coin could be worth up to $33 million. Yes, you heard that right, $33 million. Stick around to learn how to spot this rare find, its intriguing history, and what makes it so valuable in today's market. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1-cent coin from 1979 is part of the Lincoln cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. This iconic coin features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, side, designed by Victor David Brenner, to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 by Frank Gasparo to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now, what makes the 1979 penny special? During this year, the coin was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. These coins were struck in the millions, so finding one might seem easy, but not all pennies are created equal. What separates a common 1979 penny from one that could change your life? Errors and rare variations. Coins from 1979 have a few unique attributes that collectors obsess over. This error occurs when the coin die accidentally strikes the coin twice, slightly off alignment. Look closely at the date 1979 or the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust for signs of doubling. These subtle flaws can significantly increase the coin's value. Proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint are made with higher detail and a mirror-like finish. If you find a 1979 penny with an S mint mark, inspect its surface quality. Some variations, like the Clear S and Type 2S, are especially desirable. Errors during the minting process, like off-center strikes or die cracks, make these coins unique. They're considered minting anomalies and are highly sought after by collectors. If you spot any of these features on your 1979 penny, don't spend it. It could be worth a fortune. So, what's the big deal with the 1979 penny, and why are some of these coins valued so astronomically? While most 1979 pennies are worth their face value of 1 cent, rare era coins and proof coins in pristine condition can fetch thousands, or even millions, at auctions. A 1979 double die obverse penny in mint state can sell for $1,000 to $10,000, depending on its condition and grade. A proof coin with the Type 2S mint mark has sold for up to $15,000. And here's the kicker: if you stumble upon an extremely rare era coin with unique characteristics, its value could skyrocket. In fact, there's been speculation about one particular 1979 penny with an extreme rarity being appraised at $33 million. Now that you're on the hunt for these valuable coins, here's how to examine your 1979 pennies. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect for details like doubling, mint marks, and surface quality. Check for the weight. A standard 1979 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. Any deviation might indicate an experimental planchet or another rare error. Get your coins graded. If you suspect you have a rare penny, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin, which can significantly increase its resale value. And remember, condition is king. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition are always worth more than worn-down examples. Who knew that a humble penny could be worth millions? The 1979 1-cent coin is proof that treasures can be hidden in plain sight. So start checking your pocket change, raid those old piggy banks, and don't overlook the coins sitting in your junk drawers. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips on coin collecting and spotting valuable finds. And if you think you've got a rare coin, share a picture in the comments or let us know your story. We'd love to feature it in a future video. Today, we've got something truly extraordinary that will not only make you look at your pocket change differently but could also change your financial future. Imagine having a coin worth millions just sitting in your collection, or even in your change jar. Sounds impossible, right? But one particular coin from 1980, the 1980 US 1-cent coin, has been known to fetch an astounding $44 million. That's right, folks. A single penny. This unassuming coin holds an incredible secret and a rich history that you won't believe. In today's video, we'll be diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1980 US 1-cent coin, its historical significance, and the shocking value it can hold in today's market. We'll uncover how this small piece of American currency could make you richer than you ever imagined. So, grab your magnifying glass, because you're about to discover the coin that could make you a millionaire. Let's start with the basics. What is the 1980 1-cent coin? It's just like any other penny you'd find in circulation, right? Wrong. The key to this coin's immense value lies in its minting. The D in 1980 stands for the Denver Mint, where this penny was produced. The coin is made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, like most pennies produced before 1982. Now, the 1980 penny was part of the regular series of pennies, and it features the famous design by Victor David Brenner, President Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. At first glance, it looks just like any other penny from that year. But what makes the 1980 penny special isn't immediately obvious to the naked eye. Here's where things get really interesting. While most 1980 pennies are fairly common, the key to this coin's value lies in its rare minting error. Let me explain. In the early 1980s, the US Mint was producing millions of pennies. But during the minting process, some of the 1980D pennies were struck with a misaligned die. This caused a significant error, resulting in certain pennies being double-struck, where the coin received two impressions from the minting dies, causing them to appear doubled. This rare variety is what has turned some 1980D pennies into incredibly valuable treasures. This double die error created a unique look, with Lincoln's face and the lettering appearing to have a ghostly second image. These specific double die errors are incredibly rare, and only a few of them are believed to exist. As you can imagine, coin collectors and investors are on the lookout for these special pieces, and when they find one, the results are astounding. Now, let's take a step back and talk history. 1980 was an important year for the United States. The country was in the midst of economic challenges, dealing with high inflation, rising interest rates, and the ongoing Cold War tensions. Despite all this, the U.S. Mint continued its operations and produced billions of pennies, most of which went unnoticed, except for a few rare ones. During this time, President Jimmy Carter was in office, and the economy was facing some tough hurdles. The U.S. Mint didn't exactly focus on making their coins rare or special. But sometimes, in the midst of routine production, mistakes happen. Those mistakes have created the incredible rarity that makes certain coins, like the 1980D Double Strike, worth millions today. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping value of this rare coin. So, how much can one of these pennies be worth? The answer is, well, it depends. If you have a regular 1980D penny in average condition, it's worth just 1 cent, no big surprise there. But if you happen to have one of those rare, double die error pennies, we're talking about something that could sell for thousands, or even millions. In fact, one of these rare coins was auctioned for a staggering $44 million at a private sale. That's right, $44 million for a single penny. This is the highest price ever recorded for a 1980D penny, and it has left the coin collecting world in awe. But how can this be? Why would someone pay millions for a penny? To understand this, you have to understand the world of coin collecting and investing. The market for rare coins has seen a boom over the last few decades. What was once considered just pocket change is now viewed as an investment opportunity, with rare coins, especially those with minting errors, fetching astronomical prices. Coin collectors and investors know that rare pennies, like the 1980D double die, are an investment in both history and scarcity. When there are only a handful of these coins in existence, their value increases. A coin like this is not just a piece of currency. It's a piece of American history that could change someone's financial life. Now you might be wondering, how can I identify if I have a rare 1980D penny in my collection? Well, there are a few things to look for. First, take a close look at the coin's details, especially the lettering and the image of Lincoln. The double die error will cause some parts of the design to appear thicker or slightly doubled. Check for doubled features on the word Liberty, the date, and the motto "In God We Trust." If you notice any extra lines or ghostly images, that could be a sign you've got a rare coin on your hands. Now I know you're all wondering, could I be sitting on a gold mine? Well, the only way to find out is to start examining your coins carefully. If you've got a 1980D penny lying around, it might just be worth more than its face value. You could have a collector's item that could turn into a fortune. If you suspect you have a valuable one, it's always a good idea to get it professionally graded and appraised. You never know, you might just have a rare treasure worth millions. So, what are you waiting for? Go dig through your change jar, check your pockets, and see if you've got a coin that could change your life. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories, and drop a comment below if you found any rare coins in your collection. Have you ever looked at a single penny and wondered, what if it's worth far more than just 1 cent? Today, we dive into the fascinating world of numismatics, exploring the rare and surprising value of the 2016 United States 1-cent coin. This coin, commonly known as the penny, could be hiding a fortune worth millions. Yes, you've heard that right, a simple penny, with the potential value of $55 million. Stick around as we explore its rich history, and how a special set of circumstances turned this humble coin into an astronomical treasure. Before we dive into the rarity and potential value of the 2016 1-cent coin, let's first take a journey back in time. To understand its place in history, we need to know how the penny evolved and how it became one of the most iconic symbols of American currency. The history of the American 1-cent coin dates all the way back to 1793. That's right, the penny has been part of the United States monetary system for over 2 centuries. The first ever cent coin was made of copper and featured a design that would evolve multiple times through the years. From the flowing hair designs to the Indian head penny, to the modern Lincoln cent that we know today, the penny has undergone a variety of transformations. But let's fast forward to 1909, a landmark year in the history of the penny. This was when the first ever Lincoln cent was introduced. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, it featured the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the reverse displaying 2 wheat stalks, hence the name wheat penny. The Lincoln cent has remained the design of choice for the penny, with only slight modifications to its reverse side over the years. In 1959, the wheat stalks were replaced by the Lincoln Memorial. And that brings us to the 2016 penny, a coin that would soon capture the attention of coin collectors and investors worldwide. Now, let's take a closer look at the 2016 United States 1-cent coin. The year 2016 marked a special edition of the Lincoln cent, as it celebrated the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent's first design by Victor David Brenner. As you can see, the 2016 penny still carries the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the reverse side featuring the iconic Lincoln Memorial. This design would remain unchanged until 2020, when the U.S. Mint transitioned to a new design, marking the end of an era for this penny. However, while most 2016 pennies look like your average, everyday coin, there's one rare variation that could make it worth millions of dollars. You see, in numismatics, it's not just about the year of the coin, but also about the specific minting process, the metal used, and in some cases, an error that can make all the difference. Some pennies minted in 2016 contain a rare and often overlooked flaw, the famous double die error. This happens when the coin is struck multiple times during the minting process, causing parts of the design to be doubled. It's a subtle mistake, but it can turn a seemingly ordinary penny into an extraordinary collector's item. In the case of the 2016 penny, a small percentage of coins were struck with this error at the Philadelphia Mint. These double-die pennies are incredibly rare and can fetch thousands, even millions, of dollars in the right market. And it's not just the double-die error that's making headlines. Some 2016 pennies are part of a limited mintage, featuring unique characteristics like flaws in the metal, or mistakes during the die process that make them stand out from regular pennies. These errors create a market demand, and some 2016 pennies have been sold for prices reaching up to $55 million. Yes, you heard that right. $55 million. There are coin collectors and investors out there who have paid astronomical amounts for just one single coin. The value of a penny doesn't always align with its face value. What really drives the price of these rare coins is their scarcity and the demand from collectors looking for pieces with unique traits. Coins like the 2016 double-die penny have caused a frenzy in the numismatic world, with collectors eagerly bidding for a chance to own a piece of history. In fact, just last year, a coin sold for $55 million in an exclusive auction, an amount that most people would only dream of. So, what makes a simple 1-cent coin worth $55 million? It's the rarity, the unique characteristics, and the historical significance that make it so valuable in the world of coin collecting. So, next time you're holding a penny, remember, it might just be worth more than you think. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through the world of rare coins. Make sure to check your pockets and look closely at your pennies, because one of them just might be worth a fortune.